Okay, here we go. Great. Elijah Deerdorf at the plate for your Ames Storm. He'll swing at the first pitch. Welcome to a game that is starting 23 minutes later than it was supposed to. Sorry if you've been twiddling the thumbs since 10 o'clock. Tournament 8 of 8. This is considered the state tournament. Deerdorf, your batter. Also team leader in batting average, 455. Also on base percentage leader, the 571. If you're not the best at math, that means he gets on base over 50% of the time. Gets a hit 45% of the time. I believe we have a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in Holiday Park, West Des Moines, Iowa. You'll hear some plane flyovers. Deerdorf down on strikes to start the day for Storm. This will bring up Lucas Dressler. Dressler tied for third right now in batting average, 397. Couple of fun facts for you. Typically, high school batting average is cut in half by the time you make the major league. Average of all batting averages in the major league is 245. So, following that math, you would want to be batting 490 in high school. We don't have any batters better than 455, but they got 4 years to get there. So Dressler, a great addition to the team this year from Grinnell, Iowa. He looks at a ball and is ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Dressler, number 3 on the team in RBIs with 13. Won't be able to get one there, but does get a 4-pitch walk, which is extremely rare after a leadoff strikeout. So Dressler aboard for Colton Hibbing. Hibbing comes into today batting 389. Good for 5th best on the team. Has the 2nd best on base percent, and that is in part because he leads the team with 20 walks. Also leads the team with fewest strikeouts with just 6. That'll help the on-base percent. Now that ball gets behind the catcher, and Dressler could turn and look at third. Opts not to, as Dressler gets the stolen base there. Takes away the force out for Hibbing. So Hibbing 389, leads the team in doubles with 6. There's a ball low and away, so Hibbing ahead in the count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, team leader in walks with 20. On deck, Graydon Bancroft. And Hibbing's going to rope one down the third base line. That is going to score. No, it will not score, Dressler. It's Hibbing with a nice rip right down the line. He'll advance Dressler to third. I think a nice call there by Dahlberg to hold the runner at third. So Hibbing is going to get the run here. He has 18 stolen bases on the year. That's good for second best on the team. Everybody chasing Deerdorf, who's got 23. And Hibbing will go. And they're going to have a throwdown. And Hibbing does not slide, making the play closer than you would like. But Hibbing still in. The stolen base number 19. So now he just is 4 behind Deerdorf. Bancroft fouls one off. Let's talk about Graydon Bancroft here. Number 2 on the team with 20 RBIs. RBI stands for runs batted in. Everybody chasing Finn Burrell, who has 30. Burrell is on deck. And Bancroft going to foul that one off. Very odd sequences here for the pitcher. He had a full count strikeout of Deerdorf, then a 4-pitch walk to Dressler, then fell behind 3-1 to Hibbing before Hibbing smoked one down the third base line. Bancroft now, I believe, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bancroft finally homered the last tournament. And there is a drive to left. That is going to be caught by the center fielder. That will drive in. Lucas Dressler. And the Storm leads 1-0. That will not go against Bancroft's batting average. It's ruled a sacrifice fly. So good at bat for Bancroft there with 2 strikes on him. Able to fly out to center and score Dressler. So far, excellent base running by Storm. Good call from Dahlberg to Coach Dahlberg, that is, to hold up Dressler at third. That led to him scoring. So guys and gals,
looking for your spot.
Here is the barrel, Finn Burrell. Second best batting average on the team, 411. He was the batting average champ last year with a unbelievable 592 batting average last year. We talked about that earlier. Major League average is 245. You double that in high school. Hibbing going to steal third, and he will hit in a well-timed stolen base, number 20 on the year. Hibbing, not the fastest bolt, the lightning in the cloud, but excellent timing on the base path. And he picks up his second stolen base. So Burrell, number 2 on batting average with 411. Number 3 on the team for on base with 521. What everybody knows him for, though, is most home runs on the team. He's got 6. And all 6 of those home runs have come on Sundays. 3 different Sundays specifically, during which he has, on those 3 Sundays, hit 2 home runs each time. Of course, when you hit a home run, you automatically get yourself batted in. The 6 home runs, 6 of Finn's 30 RBIs. He's got 24 more, though. Hitting in third base would love to score. Burrell bat. Burrell's going to walk, though, which will obviously improve his on-base percent. So Hibbing on third would love to try to score here. He is your team leader in runs with 22, being chased by Deerdorf with 20, as well as Erdman, who has 20. Erdman, your batter here, comes into today batting .352. Be interesting to see what Coach Dahlberg does with runners on the corner here. Burrell is going to steal, and Hibbing is going to come in, as that could not have worked better. Could not have worked better for the Storm. They do the double steal, so to speak. Burrell takes second, catcher throws down. Throws over the head of the second baseman covering. Meanwhile, Hibbing got a good jump and easily scored to make it 2-0. Hibbing going number 23 on the season. Erdman's going to foul that one off. Meanwhile, Burrell. Fastest bowler, class of 29. Erdman, 360 pounds, advances to third. And Burrell with a run here. We'll talk about in a moment. Erdman hit by pitch. Burrell with a run here would move into a three-way tie. With Rudolph and Erdman, his 20th run of the year. Everybody chasing Hibbing, who has 23. So Groundhog's Day alert. We got runners on first and third, 2 outs. Coach Dahlberg likely to send Erdman. The catcher for Sticks has been throwing down. I don't mind the strategy. Just let it rip, and Erdman does go. Catcher does throw down. So what they did there was they didn't even make an attempt on Erdman. It was a little bit more of a lollipop to the shortstop, with the goal being that the runner on third would bite and that they would be able to throw the runner out at home. Nice base running there by Burrell to stay home and not go for the bait. This is Landon Dahlberg, your batter. Dahlberg batting .382 on the season. Dahlberg third most stolen bases this year on the team, so it'd be nice to get him on the base path. Dahlberg swings one of the quickest bats on the team. Holds off on that one. So Ames leads 2-0, top of the first. Runners on second and third. There is going to be a ball hit foul, and it will land safely. Again, good base running from Storm. Everybody going with 2 outs. That is the beauty of this scenario here. If Dahlberg can just poke one to the outfield, the base runners don't need to stand around waiting to see if it gets caught. They can just go because there's 2 outs. Either they advance or the inning's over. There's a ball high. Good at bat here for Dahlberg. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. Ames leads 2-0. Runners on second and third. Ian Nelson on deck. And Dahlberg down on strikes. So we will go to the bottom of the first. Ames scores 2. And we'll take a break. Okay, so here we go, bottom of the first. And for the first time this season, Ames throwing their proverbial ace, Ian Nelson, to start the tournament. Nelson does not have the best ERA, but does throw the highest percentage of strikes and leads the team in number of times he's gotten the first 2 outs, leads the team in 1, 2, 3 innings. And there is a ball hit very well, but dies quickly, in a much better play than Ethan Danielson will get credit for in the stat book. That was actually tricky. Danielson, you could argue, didn't know whether to charge that and catch it pure or wait for it to hop, but good job by Danielson to record out number 1 after pitch number 1. Nelson now will see a lefty. Let's meet your defense here. So you've got... I'm actually not filming, though. This is just a microphone. Cameras are on the fence. So there's a well-hit ball right up the middle. And Nelson operating very efficiently here. 3 pitches. And he's now ready to look at batter number 3. So let's meet that defense. You got Colton Hibbing at catcher, Nelson on the mound, Bancroft at third, Danielson at second, Elijah Deardorff at short, Finn Burrell on third. Boy, there's another hit. We will. Yep. I was worried about that there. So the throw from Burrell at third pulls Danielson off the bag. And Danielson didn't realize it, threw him off the bag and was preparing to throw it to first, but the umpire quickly and correctly called the base runner safe. So bummer for Ames, but good piece of officiating there. We're on to batter number 4 as Nelson is just locked in, showing tremendous velocity. 6 pitches already. Well, 6 pitches only. And this is batter number 4 for the Sticks. The Sticks have runners on first and second, 1 out. That ball is over Hibbing's head. We're going to have a chance for a throwdown at third here, but Hibbing throws it to left field. There's a good backup by Dressler in left, Dahlberg in center, and the Penguin, Dexter Erdman, waddling back and forth in right. On the bench right now, you got Joey Franzen and St. Berger. Ames with their full assortment of 11 players today. We've seen some throws off target to begin the outing. Burrell off target throwing to second, and Hibbing off target throwing down to third. Sometimes that's what you get. And a nice play from Bancroft. Will field a 1-hopper for an easy and fast out that did not allow the runner on third to score. So here we go. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Ames leads 2-0. 2-0.
Oh, yes. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Ames leads 2-0, bottom of the first, and both right side infielders with outs here, those being Danielson and Bancroft. Nelson tries a curveball there to no avail. Nelson throws strikes at a clip of 63%. Is tied for first on the team with the most strikeouts, 16 in fact. For all of his successes, leads the team in strike percent, leads the team in 1-2, getting the first 2 guys out, leads the team in 1, 2, 3 innings. He does only have the 4th best earned run average. Nelson averages giving up 1.1 runs an inning. That is a ball low, so the walk is administered. Not a bad idea there by Nelson to pitch creatively. Of course, Nelson, both parents are professors. He's plenty smart himself. very possible there, knowing first base was open, rather than intentionally walk the batter, he decided to just see if he could get the batter to bite at a series of pitches. So now's when you want Nelson to bring it. That one's pretty close. Low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the batter here. And there's a swing and a miss. As we are at 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a ball low.
Hey, backing up all the throws, fellas, backing them up.
Ball outside, hitting's going to throw down to Burrell, who can't quite squeeze that throw. So the Sticks with bases loaded, 2 outs.
Chatter.
Good word of encouragement there from Burrell. Says to his pitcher, Ian, now go win it. There's a best pitch of the day from Nelson. Tremendous velocity. So here's a very big fork in the road moment early on in the game, 23 minutes in. We have a full count, 2 outs, bottom of the first, bases loaded. Nelson winds, and the ball is high, so a run will come in as Nelson lets him off the hook there. Good word of encouragement from Coach Dahlberg. Yells out from the dugout, 1 more, anywhere. So batter wearing number 816, steps into the box here for the Sticks. His name is Zach. A lot of chatter coming from third baseman Finn Burrell. Good job there, encouraging his teammate. There is a pop up, and Hibbing is going to get under it and squeeze it, and inning is over. Two one.
Good start. Let's go. You got it.
How do we use some sort of like hand signal? Because whenever like Uncle pushes the runner on second and he's walking back to the base like super lazy, I wonder if you can just like start to a pitcher and then pitch it back.
It wasn't. I mean, that's not. No, we're not.
No, we're not doing 6 out.
Listen up. Here's the rule today. Here's the rule. Okay. I'm okay with you guys being aggressive. Okay. Just don't be foolish. Okay. Do you think you can make a play? I won't fault your work. Okay? We'll make the play. Just don't be foolish. Okay. Just put some runs up here. Storm on 3. 1, 2, 3. Storm.
Ian, Saint, Ethan.
Let's play, Graydon. Okay, so here we go, top of 2. Official start time of the game, 10:22. So we're 27 minutes in, in case you missed what Coach Dahlberg was saying there to the group. Oh, we are joined in studio here by Grant Franzen. Grant, how you doing? Thumbs up. All right. Coach Dahlberg was just saying that we're going to continue to be aggressive on the base path. They may have even been talking about doing some delayed steal. We'll look for that. This is St. Berger. No. Forgive me. Ian Nelson, who roped that one to center field. Well hit ball. Probably top 5 best hits of the year, just unfortunately right to the center fielder. So that's how baseball goes. Here's St. Berger batting in the 9 spot of the order. However, Berger, with your second most home runs on the team, has 2 this year. It's been a fine addition from Gilbert High School. There's a slow dribbler that gets past the pitcher, fielded cleanly by the shortstop, and Berger thrown out at first. So this will bring up Ethan E. Money Danielson. Danielson had the nice, you're okay. Danielson had the nice out there in the top of the first, bottom of the first. We're currently in the top of the second. Ames trying to avoid a 1-2-3 inning. Joey Franzen on top, and then Elijah Deerdorf in the hole. Beautiful day, probably the best day of the year. High of 80 degrees today. Winds at 12 miles an hour out of the west, and there's a beautiful hit from Danielson. He'll rope one to right, and actually there was an attempt to get Danielson out at first base. I like that the right fielder did that. If you ever go to softball games, there's a fair amount of attempt at doing that when you rope one to right field. Try to get that runner out at first. But Danielson is aboard, and this will bring up Joey Franzen, our second lefty on the team. Be interesting to see what Danielson does on the base path here. I'm getting plenty of speed from Danielson. I'm guessing Coach Dahlberg will send him here pretty soon. There's a foul ball for Joseph John Franzen. Danielson gonna go. Franzen will fly out, but foul. So Franzen, new life at the plate. Meanwhile, Danielson's stolen base attempt is for naught. Ames has now shown their hand that they want to steal. Danielson will try and steal again. There's going to be a dead ball hit Franzen's foot. Franzen always wearing a smile on his face, even after hitting a foul ball off of his foot. Danielson now with 2 stolen base attempts foiled. Pitcher very concerned about Danielson. Perhaps he knows that Danielson's father still holds the Ames Middle School 7th grade discus record. And Franzen, swing and a miss, is down on strikes. So despite 3 attempts at stealing second, Danielson will not get to record the stolen base. 4 batters up, 3 outs, Ames will bring the top of the order to the plate in the third, but first we got to play the bottom of the second. We'll take a break. All right, here we go. Bottom of two. Nelson back on the mound. He'll throw one low there. Hibbing still catching. Bancroft on first. Danielson on second. Deerdorf at short. Burrell at third. Dressler in left as Nelson zooms one in for a strike, to which Mr. Burrell yells out from the stands, "Nice pitch, Ian." Dahlberg in center, and a new right fielder, St. Berger. He'll get some action right as I call his name. And on point, Berger with the out. So all four outs thus far happening on the right side of the field. That is a sign that Nelson is throwing hard. The batters can't quite catch up to it, and so the ball ricochets off their bat before the bat reaches 90 degrees. There's a ball outside. Good piece of catching from Hibbing. Good discovery by Coach Dahlberg this year, putting Hibbing at catcher. There's a strike right down the middle. Nelson vying for his 10th outing, where he gets the first two batters out this season. Nelson ahead in the count, 2 strikes, 1 ball. Throws a wicked curveball there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second, Ames leads 2-1. There's a ball over everyone's head, thrown so hard that it ricochets off the bottom bar of the backstop and down to Coach Dahlberg. So here we go, full count, 1 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Nelson is going to get the strikeout, except Hibbing throws down to first, and the ball winds up in right field. So Hibbing struggling to throw at catcher. throws to third and first have wound up in the outfield. So that takes away what would have been strikeout 17 for Nelson, and the runner advances to first. Whenever the first base is open, it allows the catcher has to catch that third strike, or else the base runner can at least try to advance. Hibbing lining up thinking the base runner might score. Doesn't happen. And now the runner's going to go. Hibbing will throw down. The throw had good north-south, just a little west. And the runner's into the stolen base. Sticks with the runner on second. One out, bottom of the second here. Ball inside. There's a foul ball. So once again, we have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second, bottom of the second. Ooh, they're going to have a pickoff move here. Excellent backup from Elijah Deerdorf. So that was a timing play. There's some type of a signal or a nod between the infielders and the pitcher where you almost count to 2 or 3, and then everybody crashes at second base trying to totally catch that base runner off guard. There's a hard hit ball to center, but Dahlberg is able to get under it with ease. And the 5th out of the game is retired on the right half of the field. Let's talk about your fielding leaders, of those who've had over 63 opportunities this year. Graydon Bancroft, your leader, having executed outs 95% of the time. Hibbing at 93%, and Burrell at 91%. There's a ball low and away. Those are your first baseman, third baseman, and catcher, who are in your top 3 amongst those who've had over 63 opportunities defensively this year. Bancroft with the most opportunities, 101 times he's been involved in an out. There's a ball low. Tremendous pop from Hibbing, getting the ball back to the pitcher. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 5 different Storm players have an out. And I was wrong. It was 2-2 was the count. Now it's 3-2. So for the 3rd time this frame, we'll have a full count. Nelson steps off the mound, takes time. Again, Ames leads 2-1, bottom of 2. And there is a very well hit ball to left field. Dressler underneath it. And Dressler able to make the catch. And Ames gets out of.
What a catch by Lucas.
So a tremendous catch near the warning track for Dressler. Nice catch, Lando. Great catch, Lucas.
Hey, we're at top here. What?
Colton, don't try to go 2 for 2. Just hit the ball. Just smoke it. We're gonna get some mid-inning interview here with Ian Nelson. Ian, how you feeling?
Pretty good. Halfway through my vacation, my arm randomly started hurting. I don't think it's from throwing, and I've had 4 ibuprofens right now.
Ooh.
It was hurting earlier, but it's not anymore.
Okay.
So
Maybe you could get a steroid shot in the butt. All right, good luck, buddy. Nice hit, too. Okay, so here we go. Top of the third. Got a good game brewing. We are 43 minutes into the 100-minute game. This is Elijah Deerdorf at the plate. And Deerdorf's going to hit one slowly at the shortstop. And a nice play by the shortstop to get the speedy Deerdorf out. You're seeing a lot of these batters hit the first pitch today. So this will bring up the defensive star of the second inning, Lucas Dressler. Had that catch on the warning track in left field. Dressler walked on 4 pitches earlier, hasn't seen a strike today. Does now. No balls. 1 strike to Dressler. Dressler 1 of 2 runs today. And he'll hit one hard over the second baseman's head. And a nice diving attempt by the right fielder, but the right fielder not able to squeeze it. So Dressler aboard with what should be a hit, not taken away by error. You know, at the advanced levels of baseball, probably starting at junior varsity, if a fielder has the ball go through their legs, it's ruled an error, and you do not get credit for the hit. Even at an advanced level, I think Dressler would get credit for a hit there. And Hibbing, for the second time, is going to spank the ball in the exact same spot, 6 inches inside the third base line, as Hibbing is 2 for 2 on the day. Both times with singles down the third base line. He'll try and get run 24, as Ames has runners on first and second here. And Bancroft lets the ball hit him. That's a very advanced piece of hitting there for Bancroft, as he saw a changeup or a curve. The ball was not thrown at the pitcher's max velocity, and as such, it came in off target. And Bancroft just let it hit his arm. So this is fun, folks. We got bases loaded, 1 out, top of the third, and your home run leader, your RBI leader, Finn Burrell, at the plate. Burrell takes one inside. Again, Burrell, your team leader in batting average last year, hit .592. Now that was Double A, the second easiest division of baseball. Now we are in the second hardest division of baseball this year. As such, Burrell batting .411, good for second best on the team. He'll take one low in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Burrell, number 3 on base percent. He gets on base 52% of the time, did so earlier, having drawn a walk. And Burrell's going to rope one right at the second baseman. This will be a double play opportunity, but again, Burrell has wheels, and Hibbing is going to sneak in with some excellent base running Hibbing did the delay steal where he rounded third and got about halfway down the base path. And right as the first baseman was about ready to throw the ball back to the pitcher, Hibbing just went home and was able to slide under the tag from the catcher. Some excellent base running by Hibbing. That is why he is your team leader with 24 runs on the season, as he scores for a second time, as does Dressler. Ames leads 4-1, top of the third. Burrell is going to steal second with ease. Again, Burrell, plenty of wheels. So let's do a big reset here. We're in the top of the third. Swing and a miss by Erdman. 48 minutes into the game. I think I misspoke earlier. Ames leads 4-1 on a pair of runs from Dressler and Hibbing. 2 outs. And Dexter Erdman, your batter, batting .352 on the year. Burrell in that last at bat got RBI 31 on the year. 11 more than second best on the team. Just a great year for Finn Burrell, batting runners in. Erdman takes a ball up high. That'll draw the walk. Erdman, number 2 on the team in walks. That'll be number 17 for him. And here's Landon Dahlberg, your batter. And Dahlberg's going to hit one sharply at third. And the third baseman lazily trots over to step on third and barely gets out the hustling Finn Burrell. So for a second time, Storm scores. Dressler and Hibbing leads 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. Halfway through the 100-minute game. We'll take a break. Okay, here we go. Bottom of 3. Ames leads 4-1. Nelson back on the mound. You may have heard the conversation we were having with him in between frames that he was on vacation recently and the arm was not feeling well. And then magically now it is again. So that's great. There's a ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's double check your defense here. Hibbing still at catcher. Burrell on third. There's a ball high from Nelson. Deerdorf at short. Danielson at second. Bancroft at first. Dressler back in left with an out today. Dahlberg in center with an out today. Berger in right with an out today. Every outfielder with an out through the second inning. That's rare. I think what Coach Dahlberg is doing here is seeing that his team has a lead. He's going to put in his second most reliable pitcher, that being Dexter Erdman, and do so if Nelson gets tired or starts to get hit. And as such, he's giving Erdman maximum rest on the bench. There's a well-hit ball to center, but right at Landon Dahlberg, who is the first on the Storm to collect 2 outs. My 7-year-old is going around the ballpark right now offering 50 cents, offering to go get things from the concession stand for people who want something but are too lazy to get up in exchange for a 50-cent service fee. There's a beautiful pitch by Nelson, probably the best one of the day. Curveball on the outside part of the plate, called a strike. Nelson ahead in the count. Definitely taking his time on the mound here today. Doesn't have the traditional wind-up. And Nelson way ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Nelson tied for first on the team with 16 strikeouts. Could have had 17, except Hibbing wasn't able to corral it and throw it down to first earlier. No harm done, as that run did not score. In fact, no runs earned today by the Sticks. The only run they have was on a walk when the bases were loaded. Nelson again averages allowing 1.1 runs per inning. So Nelson ahead in the count here. Originally, no balls, 2 strikes. I think we might have a full count now. And there it is, folks. Strikeout 17 on the year. And he is your team leader, is Ian Nelson. 17 Ks this year. And with that, that was Nelson's 10th time getting the first 2 batters out. I was just about to say he'll try for a 5th attempt at having a 1-2-3 inning, but instead hits that base runner in the calf muscle. Henry Danielson is also 7 years old-ish and walking around the ballpark offering to play people songs on his ukulele for a fee. We're seeing immense creativity here from these Board brothers. So bottom of the 3rd, Ames leads 4-1. Sticks have a runner on first. Hibbing lines up to prepare for a stolen base. Deerdorf fields that clean and thought about throwing to first, opted instead to toss it to Danielson for the force out.
We'll come to the third. We'll be out left. Come on, 3. 1, 2, 3, score.
Ian, Saint, Ethan.
No, I didn't mean to.
Did anyone see Ian Collins pitch?
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Trevor Bauer.
Gain him.
What's the battle?
No, I know. I just watched you break stuff.
Yeah, you're hitting the ball 3.
Nice job, boys.
Yeah, I thought it was on the actual
Supposed to be. That thing probably cost you $2.
That's a mega stick.
Use the edge of the search and you will find a mega stick somewhere.
That's a giant stick. I could have got it. Oh, like that? Look at that. That one has a gooey black slime on it. That one tight. This is a mega stick.
So this is Ian Nelson at the plate. He takes one high and inside. Nelson had a beautiful hit his first at bat. It was a line drive to center field. Nelson will be done pitching for the day. I believe the rules are that you cannot pitch back-to-back days if you pitch more than 3 innings. And so, excellent job by Nelson. Swing and a miss there. No runs earned. One scored when Nelson walked in. The batter. Nelson protecting the plate there with 2 strikes on him. Fouls that one off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. We're in the top of the 4th. Pretty quick, moving, clean game. We just hit the 1 hour mark. And Nelson has worked it to a full count. I believe this is the same pitcher for the Sticks, so rather than try and conserve that pitcher, they're just getting everything they can out of him for the weekend right now. And Nelson is going to rope one to right, and that is going to glance off the glove of the right fielder, who for the second time has not been able to secure a diving catch attempt. Nice hit by Nelson, and Ames with their leadoff batter aboard. Here is St. Berger. Again, Berger number 2 on the team in home runs.
Fastball for sale.
Big swing and a miss there from Berger. Make it 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. Ames leads 4-1. Ian Nelson on first is going to steal. There will be a throwdown, and the ball hits Nelson right in the helmet. Finn Burrell calls out from the dugout, way to wear it. Which is what you're supposed to say when you get hit by a pitch in the batter's box, not hit by the throwdown from the catcher. So Nelson with a stolen base takes away the force. Good call by Dahlberg there to send him. And Berger is out on strikes as he looks at one low. Probably was a strike, but a beautiful pitch by the pitcher, as that one was close. So here's Ethan Danielson, 1 for 1 on the day. Roped one to the outfield earlier On deck, Joey Franzen. There's the exact same pitch at the knees. Good words of encouragement from Mr. Burrell. Yells out, "Not your pitch." Probably not. Just hope you don't see three of them. There's one outside. Nice job by the catcher trying to frame that, but the umpire not fooled. Great job by the officiating crew today. I've said it 100 times, I'll say it again. Only thing you want out of your umpires is that they're bending over and paying attention. So Danielson now with 2 strikes on him, as the Sticks pitcher has a little bit of rhythm going. There's a ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th, runner on second, that being Ian Nelson. All 4 runs today have come from Dressler and Hibbing. Danielson fouls that one off. Mr. Burrell yells out from the dugout, "Way to hang." Nice job by Joey Franzen chasing down that foul ball. Franzen limping a little bit. 'Tis the season. This is tournament number 8. And of course they had more games. And there is another ball hit right at the right fielder in a place where the right fielder couldn't figure out what to do. So Danielson, something of a legend in these state tournaments, had the epic walk-off in extra innings last year to beat Bats. Is now 2 for 2 to start his state tournament campaign, and Ames has runners on first and third with just 1 out. This is Joey Franzen at the plate. There will be a ball high as Danielson says, "Thank you, I'll take second base." So things heating up for the Storm here. Top of 4. Elijah Deerdorf on deck. There's a second ball that missed by 3 feet. So you got to wonder if this pitcher is starting to get a little tired. I'm looking over at the Sticks bench right now, and their coach is checking his pitch count. There's a beautiful strike thrown. Both teams sporting just 1 coach today so far. Franzen's going to foul that one off. And after being ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes, the count is now 2-2. Excellent umpiring here by the home plate umpire. I don't think he's missed a single call today. Certainly hasn't gotten heckled at all. That one was probably just a half-inch low. I've agreed with every single one of his calls so far. So full count to Franzen, and Franzen is down on strikes. So let's bring up Elijah Deerdorf. Deerdorf 0 for 2 today, but your team leader in batting average. Runners on second and third. Takes one low and away. If he can just get it on the ground, Deerdorf lightning fast. Could potentially beat out a throw. Nelson on third, his elementary school buddy. And Deerdorf fouls that one off. Top of 4, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Elijah Deerdorf batting .455 coming into today. He's going to rope one foul. Finn Burrell yells out from the dugout, "Son of a biscuit eater." More encouragement from the Burrell section. Mr. Burrell yells out from the stands, "Good cut, you're on it." So 2 strikes here for Deerdorf. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Runners on second and third. Ames leads 4-1. And Deerdorf crushes that one foul. So we'll do it again. Good words of encouragement from the Dresslers. And foul ball being thrown back into action here. The catcher wants to talk to the pitcher. Presumably discussing their lunch plans. Hey man, you thinking Canes or Mickey D's? All right, back to action. Deerdorf with 2 strikes on him here in the top of the 4th. Takes one high. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good at bat for Deerdorf. This will be pitch 7. Anytime you can get a pitcher to waste his arm 6 pitches on you, it's a good at bat. This will be pitch 7. And that one's low and away. So we have a full count. This will be pitch 8. Fun part of the game here. Full count, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Ames leads 4-1. Runners on second and third. And that one's going to hit Deerdorf in the kidneys. And Deerdorf is aboard, so this will bring up Lucas Dressler. Dressler 1 for 1 today, Hibbing 2 for 2. They are your next 2 batters. Still nobody else has scored for Storm except Dressler and Hibbing. Dressler, 3rd best batting average on the team, .397. Also 3rd on the team in RBIs with 13. He'll have a nice opportunity to drive in more here. Takes a ball inside. And Dressler's going to pop one up. That'll be trouble for the left fielder, or not. The left fielder is able to secure the catch. So Ames strands 3. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th, still clinging to a 4-1 lead. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the fourth, Ames clinging to a 4-1 lead. Graydon Bancroft on the mound. And Bancroft throws the most electric pitch I've seen him throw so far this season, albeit low and away. Bancroft throws strikes at a clip of 47%. Bit of a drop-off from Nelson, who is at 63%. However, Bancroft arguably throws the hardest on the team, so sometimes that makes for a bit of a nightmare for the opposing batters. There's a slow dribbler to second, and Danielson is going to secure his second out of the day. Your 10 outs so far. Dahlberg with 2, Deerdorf with 1, Bancroft with 1, Hibbing with 1, Nelson with 1, Danielson with 2, and Berger with 1.
Hey, don't, no, you can't do me. Can't do it.
We're still trying to figure out why Coach Dahlberg put Berger in right over Erdman. Not that there's anything wrong with Berger, and all he's done today is catch the one ball that came his way, but Erdman has at times been your... Okay, actually I'm figuring this out as I'm saying it. With Bancroft back on the mound, Burrell went to first for Bancroft, and Dressler came in from left to play third for Burrell, and Erdman is in left field. So there we go. Problem solved. Dahlberg in center, Deerdorf still at short, Danielson at second, Hibbing still catching, and then your players on the bench. Well, no. Boy, I am just a mess right now. You actually do have Erdman and Franzen on the bench. It's Ian Nelson who's in left field. So let's just recap this here. You got Hibbing at catcher, Bancroft on the mound. Each of them with 1 out today. Burrell at first. Has the 3rd best defensive fielding percentage among those who've had more than 63 opportunities this year. Danielson in second, Deerdorf at short, Dressler at third, Nelson in left, Dahlberg in center with 2 outs today, and Berger in right. There we go. Hibbing sets up to try and throw down. Bancroft delivers his best pitch of the day, a strike right down the middle, the batter number 16 here for the Sticks. The Sticks are like Chick-fil-A. They're a very well-run franchise baseball organization. Now the runner is going to go. There's a beautiful hit, though, by number 16, Deerdorf. This would be play of the year, and Deerdorf, play of the year nominee, fields one deep in the pocket, about a foot inside the outfield grass, and may have thrown his most accurate throw to first base that he's thrown all year. An absolute dime for out number 2. Great job by Elijah there at shortstop for his second out of the day. So Deerdorf with 2 outs today, Dahlberg with 2 outs today, and Danielson with 2 outs today. Evidently your last name needs to start with a D. D for defense. There's a strike from Bancroft, and Ames on a roll here. Bottom of 4. 77 minutes into the game. There's another strike from Bancroft. Bottom of 4. Ball inside. Again, this umpire, I don't think he's made a bad call all day. That was a great spot by Bancroft, but that was definitely just a teensy bit inside. Nice attempt at framing there from Hibbing. And excellent velocity from Bancroft, who gets his second out of the day there. A strikeout, no less. That is Bancroft's 12th strikeout of the year. Elijah, nice play.
Well, good thing it wasn't anyone fast.
Graydon, how did strikeout 12 on the year feel?
What?
How did strikeout 12 on the year feel?
All right.
You know, you only got 5 more to go to catch Ian.
I do.
Yep. Yep.
Ian, I'm beating you strikeout by the year. I'm 5 away from time you.
Let's go 10. Good broadcast today.
Good cell service.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get hungry, there's snacks in here and your books here.
Where you going?
Go to the gas station.
And get me
Honey, I'm gonna take the car, the keys. What is the game changer info again?
I got the
Because like I'm signed out.
shield. No, you can't. No, I have elements. You elemental God. I can make my armor to any element. Mine is.
Oh, I could sign into mine.
And also, then
All right,
I
be right back.
spawn. I can spawn. I can spawn.
All right, Colton Hibbing at the plate. Takes one outside. Hibbing 2 for 2 today.
I can spawn.
We're in the top of the 5th. Ames leads 4-1. Both of Hibbing's hits have been right down the third base line. And there'll be another one right at the third baseman. That is going to pull the base runner, the first baseman, off. And Hibbing will advance to second. More good base running for Hibbing. As he takes advantage of that overthrown ball and winds up at second. So Graydon Bancroft, your batter now. Takes one inside. Hibbing with 3 stolen bases today. Bancroft ropes that one foul. With those 3 stolen bases today, Hibbing 2 off of Deerdorf. So he may think about trying to go to third here. So top of 5, Ames leads 4-1. We are 82 minutes into the game. And there's a bloop from Bancroft where the pitcher comes off the mound and makes a diving catch. So good job by the pitcher. Bancroft retired. Okay, so this is Finn Burrell at the plate. Again, top of 5 here. 83 minutes into the game. Hibbing on second, 1 out. There is a pitch with a lot of rotation on it. But that is in for a ball. Burrell walked his first at bat and then hit into a fielder's choice his second. There's a ball outside. high. Again, Burrell, your team leader with RBIs, 31 so far this year. Put one in the outfield, that should score Hibbing. Hibbing, your team leader with runs, has 24. 2 today. There's a ball outside, and Burrell is walked. Which will bring up the Penguin, Dexter Erdman. Erdman getting ready for Ragbri in a few weeks. Takes a ball high and outside. I'm telling you, this might be my favorite umpire of the year. He has just been spot on. That one in for a strike on the high and outside part of the plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Erdman here. Hibbing on second, Burrell on first. And runners are going to go. Erdman, though, will pop up as the runner's coming in, and unfortunately, Hibbing is going to be out. I mean, that was just impossible for Hibbing. He had to go back to second, or else he would have been doubled up for the, 3rd time today? A Sticks outfielder has a fly ball bounce off their glove. So Erdman hits into a fielder's choice. And Burrell advances to second. Good base running there. Erdman winds up on first. Ball inside there to Dahlberg. Dahlberg has had a lot of runners on base when he's come up to bat today. Dahlberg, 1 of 4, who defensively has 2 outs today. Dahlberg batting .382 on the year. Takes one low and away. We're going to have an interesting play here. Excellent throw down from the catcher to second base to try to catch Burrell snoozing, but to no avail. So we're in the top of the 5th. It's 86 minutes into the game. If we play 14 more, you may not see a 6th. Dahlberg ahead here in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Be interesting to see what Coach Dahlberg tells his son to do, whether to swing away if it's, down the middle or what. I am personally happy here that the Sticks are taking their sweet time, more meetings at the mound, discussing lunch plans, because at this point, we've got 13 minutes to go until it's time limit, and with a 4-1 lead. All right, bases loaded. So here's Ian Nelson, who's hit the ball well twice today. Had a line drive out to center field earlier, and then a rope to right field that landed for a single. So we got bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Ames leads 4-1. This will likely end as a 5-inning game. Nelson is going to do it again. Good base running there by Dahlberg to get in the way. But unfortunately, despite the second baseman flubbing it, he is able to get Nelson out. And halfway through the 5th, Ames still with just 4 runs, courtesy of Dressler and Hibbing's pair. Let's go live for a meeting here with Coach Dahlberg. Coach Coach Dahlberg right now telling the boys that his apple stock is up right now, but unfortunately his Intuitive Surgical took a dip with the announcement from Yahoo Money that their CEO had a DUI. No, maybe that wasn't what he was saying there, actually. Joey Franzen. Okay, we'll go bottom of 5 here. You're in minute 89, Mr. Dahlberg.
We're at minute 89.
Yes. So 12, 40, 12,
11, 10.
02? Yeah. 12:02 would be time. Okay, we want to play for 11 minutes and not give up 3 runs. 4 runs. 11 minutes to go. Well, just one of the most beautiful days of the year, weather-wise. Ian Nelson's grandmother, Cappy, pointed out it's about time that we deserve some nice weather, having suffered through some of these really hot ones. So we're in minute 90. We have 10 to go. This will be close. I would probably bet here 75% chance we're able to get 3 outs in less than 10 minutes and have to play a 10th inning or a 6th inning. I'd say 75% chance of that. I'd say then 25% chance that it takes longer than 10 minutes and we keep them under 3 runs. That'd be ideal here. If we could play an 11-minute frame, give up 1 or 2 runs, get out of here with a win in the state tournament in AAA, that'd be great. Bancroft behind in the count here, 3 balls, no strikes. On the surface, this is not good, but actually, if you want to play an 11-minute inning, it is. There's a strike, low and inside. Let's double check your defense here. Hitting catcher, Bancroft at first, Danielson at second. There's a ball inside, so a 5-pitch walk administered by Bancroft. Deerdorf at short, Dressler at third, Nelson in left, Dahlberg in center, and St. Berger in right. Erdman and Franzen on the bench. So that one inside bounces off the glove of Hibbing, but very short backstops today. So you would call this a catcher's ballpark. Not as easy for base runners to steal with so short of a backstop. Bancroft kind of muscles one in there. Call the ball, so 2 balls, no strikes. Hibbing almost stands up there. And there is a strike. So Bancroft ended that last inning with a strikeout. That was number 12 on the year. This batter seemingly looking for a walk here. Didn't swing at that strike. So we got a full count here. Nobody out. Bancroft looking for strikeout 13. And it is just a hair low. Maybe a centimeter low. Coach Dahlberg's going to call time here. Not a bad idea. We're 4 minutes into the inning. 6 minutes until time limit. Some would call this stalling. Others would call it tactical. Now, unfortunately, the tying run is at the plate. So through 4 innings, we've had 12 outs. 4 boys have had 2. Danielson, Bancroft, Dahlberg, and Deerdorf. The 100-minute mark is 12:02. So we're hoping to play for 6 more minutes, and not allow 3 runs. There's Bancroft's best pitch of the inning. So an interesting strategy here by Coach Dahlberg. He opted to start his highest strike percent throwing pitcher, that being Ian Nelson, and end the inning with his number 8 highest, I should say third lowest strike percent throwing pitcher. Again, sometimes that strike percent doesn't matter, because at some level you just want to scare the batter. And there is a strike number 2 for Bancroft.
Are you able, can you text Mom something, or can I?
I'm using my phone right now.
Oh, yeah. I need it.
The game's almost over here, buddy, okay? Oh, and there's a ball inside that's going to hit the batter, and so he'll walk. So we're going to have bases loaded here with nobody out. It would seem that we're going to get our wish, which is that the game goes longer than 10 minutes. And we don't play a 6th. However, we need to get 3 outs before they get 3 across. This is the go-ahead run at the plate for the Sticks. There's a ball hit right in the gap, but Danielson looking for out number 3, and Danielson cannot field it cleanly, and then Danielson throws it over the head of the first baseman, and Burrell goes to chase it down in foul territory, and he can't field it cleanly, and Bancroft throws his hands in the air in frustration as the pressure of the moment getting to our infielders, and 2 runs score for the Sticks. So a really, really, really clean, error-free game until that episode. The score is 4-3, bottom of 5. Still nobody out, runners on first and third. There's a ball inside. Runner will advance to second. There's a well-hit ball right at Burrell, and Burrell, we're going to have a run down here. Oh, and Hibbing is going to be put to the test here. A great job by Hibbing, as Ames with a miracle there. Whatever bad defense happened the play before, that was about as good a defense as our boys have ever played. Burrell fields it cleanly at first, gets the out, and then the base runners were seemingly trying to get in a pickle so that the runner from third could score and tie the game. The runner who had advanced from first to second basically dared our boys to throw it to second, which Burrell bit and threw it to second. But meanwhile, the runner from third, who had advanced from second, tried to go home, and Deerdorf threw a one-hopper to Hibbing, who fielded it cleanly at home and applied the tag for the out. And Ames, in a dire situation with runners on second and third, nobody out, clinging to a 1-run lead, got exactly what they needed, which was 2 outs, despite no force out, potential and is now 1 out away from winning this game. Or are they? Because there's 2 minutes to go until time. So this is the tremendous, baseball purists hate this, that there's a time rule, but we are literally in minute 99. I mean, if you just wanted to focus on winning, you'd almost want Bancroft here to walk this batter and the next batter to make sure that we get to minute 100. Or if there was somebody that was like maybe watching the book, they could, tell Bancroft, they could make a decision between this batter and the next 2 batters who has the poorest batting average, and you could basically play your cards to pitch to that person. I think that's all way too scientific for where we're at, and the clock is just about to strike midnight here. Now, another little element here to the drama, we don't know for sure that the umpire had 10:22 as the start time. I am 100% sure that's when I saw the coaches break their huddle, and if I'm right, then the 100-minute mark. Oh, and a huge play by Dressler there as Hibbing throws down to third to try to end the game. Dressler goes Michael Jordan and grabs the throwdown from Hibbing to prevent it from going to left field. That could have been disastrous had it gone to left field. So by my watch, we are in minute 100. Runners on the corner. 2 outs. Ames leads 4-3 over the sticks. There's a ball from Bancroft. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Bancroft's mom yelling from the stands, right to the glove, right to the glove. Runner's going to go. Hibbing wisely will not chase. So 2 balls, 1 strike. First base open, not the end of the world here. If there's a walk, again, it sure would be nice to know the batting average of these guys. You could make a decision whether to, try and really go here and throw to this guy, or maybe you intentionally walk him or try to get him to chase to see the next batter. There's a strike from Bancroft. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bancroft a strike away from earning his 3rd defensive out of the game, and what would be strikeout number 13. Ball is inside, and you cannot find tension enough for a hot butter knife here. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of 5. And there's a well-hit ball. That's going to get through first and second. The winning run is going to try to score as Berger throws it in and is not going to be able to, and the Sticks are going to win 5-4. Bummer. Ames 1 strike away from victory, surrenders a 2-run RBI double by the Sticks, and they are denied the victory.